Hey everybody, I'm Jason Creel, and today I want to talk to you about raising prices in my lawn care business. I recently raised prices, and I want to tell you the lesson that I learned from doing so. Stay tuned. I don't know about you if you're in the lawn care business, but for me, I get uncomfortable raising people's prices. And I know some people don't do that. I've seen people, they say they raise prices every year. Some people raise prices every few years. I almost never raise prices, and that's probably not a good business practice. But this year I decided that I was going to increase prices. So here's what I did. I waited till the end of the year to raise prices, and we can talk more about that in a minute because I have some thoughts on that too. But a month went by since then, and I have lost exactly one customer that I increased prices on, and I feel fairly confident, though I don't have an exact answer, that the price increase was not the reason that I lost that customer. Let me stop here and tell you the customer who I did lose recently was a customer who I gave a quote to sometime last year. A few months goes by and I get a call and they say, hey, do you remember me? You gave us a quote a few months ago and I think we're ready to start with the lawn care treatments. And I said, okay. And they said, you still offering half price on your first treatment, which is again something else I want to talk about in this video that I have done sometimes. I said, sure, I'll do the first one for half price. So I go out there the first time, half price on the first treatment, she pays her bill. I go out the second time, do the lawn care treatment, she's staring at me through the blinds and doesn't come outside to talk to me, but sends me a text message on my phone while I'm doing the lawn care treatment. So I get back in my truck, look at my phone, I have a text from the customer whose yard I'm at saying, did you get this spot? Didn't you miss that spot? What about this spot? And I'm thinking, this is not good. I mean, she, you know, just to clarify, I covered the area that I was supposed to cover that we had discussed and that she was paying for, but it was not good. Well, anyway, so I did 2 treatments on her yard, one half price. Well, I get a message from her recently. I think she sent in her payment for her last invoice and sent me a message saying, we want to cancel the service. My husband thinks it'll be cheaper to do it ourselves. You know, and I thought, you know what a lesson learned. Now, I don't care that I lost her. That was not my ideal customer. But just the fact that it was somebody had made 2 trips out there, tried to spend a lot of time talking to her about her lawn, gave her the first one half price, and that's the one that canceled. And the ones that I went up on the prices, and I went up in 2 different ways. And I didn't go up across the board on every customer, but on some customers I increased their price. Some of them I added an extra visit for the year. So doing weed control and fertilization, I might have went from 6 visits to 7 visits for a particular reason. So that's the scenario. Let's talk about it. Let me just kind of tell you my thoughts looking backwards on it and what I have learned from this price increase, which I made to be a bigger deal than it really was. All right, first off, the timing of the price increase. So I did it at the end of the year, or right around the end of the year, first year, however you want to look at it. And I don't actually think that's probably ideal. You know, I think it probably makes more sense to do it kind of mid-season, so maybe in the summertime. But I was looking at it like this. I was thinking, well, if let's say that I'm able to generate $300 a month more by this price increase, and if I wait till the summer, well, that's, you know, 6 months going by before I'm generating that extra $300 a month. I've cost myself $1,800 by waiting. So that was sort of my theory, but my actual feeling is, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, it's probably actually better to increase during the summer. I think they're far less likely to cancel on you if you're already in the middle of the service, been doing a good job over and over and over again, and you have a slight price increase at that point. It seems unlikely them to cancel, more so than in the slow season when they've got plenty of time to find your replacement. That's just a theory. I don't have a lot of data to back that up, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. The other thing is, by the fact that I didn't lose a single customer to a price increase, like I said, I think the one that I did lose, I don't think it was because of price increase. I think customers are understanding that that is part of business sometimes. Almost every single business goes up on their prices eventually. I'm actually one of those people that kind of really notices that stuff. I remember occasionally I'll go to Chick-fil-A and get a biscuit. I remember their biscuits went up 6 cents about a year ago. Well, they don't advertise, they don't mail letters out, they don't do a commercial, just letting everybody know our biscuits are going up 6 cents. You know, they just go up 6 cents and everybody pays it and nobody really thinks about it. I'm probably one of the few people that actually noticed it, but I just noticed it and I didn't think anything of it. It's not like I'm going to quit going there. Now, if they double the price, then obviously that's going to be a different scenario. to take a break there while I was filming. A lady was asking me for directions. That's not something you get too much nowadays with GPSs. But anyway, people are understandable that prices do go up over time. So as long as you are reasonable in it, I think it's fine. I get uncomfortable. I don't know why. I don't look at my business as the ultimate goal is to maximize profits. I know that may sound a little weird. I do try to make a lot of money. I'm not trying to not make money, but sometimes there's reasons why I might not go up on somebody if I feel like, you know, there's a past relationship there, or they're maybe not in a situation to be able to handle that. So I don't just go across the board, though I wouldn't blame you if you did. That probably makes more business sense. But to me, I think every few years, if you increase by 5 to 10%, I think that is probably reasonable and understandable. I know some people just want to go up 1 or 2% every year. That might work too. And I know some people wait every 5 years and go up 15%. I would think you would be more likely to lose customers when you have that significant of a jump than just going up maybe 5% every few years. These are my thoughts. I'd love to hear from you in the comments on your experience with raising prices and how it's worked out, how many customers you lost, how you do it, the timing, sort of things like that. But back to the customer that I did lose, I think that was an important lesson too. And I've kind of gotten away from this and changed my view on giving these half price discounts on the first lawn service or whatever, maybe even free. I used to do that kind of thing, and I'm not completely against it. I might in a certain situation give somebody half off if I felt like I needed to really get the deal. But honestly, I think that brings more problems than it does solutions. I'm not opposed to giving somebody half off. But the problem is, it's just the situation. What happens is a situation like the customer that I lost. I mean, I rarely give people half off now, and guess who canceled? One of the few who I gave half off. So it just shows that it doesn't do a lot for you as far as keeping the customer. A lot of times it's a red flag that that particular customer is very much price focused, and that's exactly what you don't want to be as a lawn business, is to be price focused. You want to offer a fair price. I'm not saying gouge people, but when people are just wanting to know what is the cheapest thing I can get, they're probably not going to be good long-term customers, and it lets you know they'll probably drop you if somebody cheaper comes along, or like in this case, they decide it would be cheaper for us to do it ourselves. My question for them was, and I didn't ask them, but I'm like, the price didn't go up. What made you think that it was not going to be cheaper to do it yourself when you hired me? Of course it's going to be cheaper to do it yourself. I mean, that's obvious. You're paying me to come out there and do the work for you. So there's gonna be an expense involved in that. But that, you know, I would have thought that might have crossed your mind before they hired me in the first place. So, confusing situation. I've kind of moved away from the discounts, and I really even use that to my advantage when I'm talking to a potential customer, that I really emphasize the quality of service, the quality of the products we're using, and ultimately just the results that we're going to deliver, instead of just emphasizing, oh yeah, we're $5 cheaper than the other person. No doubt in my mind that pricing is one of the most critical aspects of you being successful in your business. If you know your prices are too low, obviously you need to go up, because you're crippling your business. And I think what you can do sometimes is not necessarily go up on your old customers, but any new additional customers you add, you can increase their price so that that you're becoming more profitable that way. And I've done that in my own business. On a particular size yard that used to be $50, maybe now it's $54 or something like that. So there's different ways you can become more profitable. Let me hear from you guys. What have you learned about pricing, raising prices? What have you learned from my situation? Hope this video has been helpful for you. If you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'll continue to provide the content. We can continue to discuss it in the comments. And here's some suggested videos popping up for you now. Or better yet, you can go click on my channel name, Lawn Care Life, and check out all the videos there. Talk to you guys later. Bye.